Guys?
The Scream franchise just may be one of the most iconic in Hollywood history, poking fun at the horror genre while still delivering real screams. The sixth installment is being called one of the darkest, goriest, and scariest yet. I decided to forego any spoilers and instead quiz the cast on the rules of how to survive a Hollywood horror film. What is the number one way to survive in a horror film?
I would say never follow through with curiosity. I feel like people always die when they're like, oh, I need to look in that door, or I need to go down that alley, or I need to answer this phone call. So like, don't succumb to your curiosity.
Melissa, I almost feel like there's like a saying about that.
Curiosity killed the cat.
You got it. Do you accept the challenge? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for this, but I've already lost.
That's a good bet, but that might be a good life philosophy, just to accept defeat. What is the number one thing to make sure you survive, or to ensure your character survives?
I have a kid.
Have a kid.
Yeah, I think that helps in Scream, right? Isn't it like heredity is involved?
Yeah,
somehow?
nobody said this. This is a good one. You're climbing the ranks. What is the number one way to survive in a scary movie? What's the rule?
Leave.
Sir,
Walk
Perfect.
off that set.
you're right. Leave the movie. Quit the job and don't be. Yes, that's true. That or become friends with Dwayne The Rock Johnson and have him beat up the person because he never.
That's a
loses.
good one, too.
Second one, this is kind of like the inverse. What's the number one way to make sure your character's going to die?
Do all of those things. Yeah.
Be curious.
Go down that basement. Be curious. Yeah.
The best way to die, or quickest way.
Stay put. But girl, I'm telling you, here's the thing. Black people in movies. The killer?
It's goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
How quickly do you read ahead to see if your character has in fact been killed?
You have it so wrong. I don't look for when I get killed. I look for whether I have to dance or take my shirt off. Yeah.
Yes. And then once I find out if I did or not, then I'm like, I don't really need to know what happens after that.
Right.
I want to be surprised. I just want to know how far I make it.
Did you have to scream for your audition? Or have you ever had to in your career?
A lot of times you're like in an office or something, or like a conference room, and
Yes.
And so if you're just having an acting scene, you can just kind of talk and they don't hear. But then if you're screaming, they definitely hear you through the door. You know,
Yeah,
and then you're thinking, I'm screaming, and they're hearing it. And acting sucks. So yeah.
Acting sucks is going to be my pull quote from this interview, okay?